fuck. I'm allowed to swear and shit. You guys
can
don't
say
give a
whatever
fuck
you
about
want.
that. Cool.
This is actually a religious podcast, so we would prefer.
Lol jokes.
You.
Illeqwip is
Illeqwip.
a sector of
Illeqwip.
Hillsong.
Fuck, imagine.
No.
We are looking for sponsors.
I mean, if you want money, it's the right place to
I'm
go.
just gonna put it out there. Ill song. Think about
Ill
it.
song. Shit, I love that.
We put the ill in Hill song.
That's kind of a good
That's
idea.
clever,
for,
man.
like,
That's really clever.
you know, a cipher.
We have been looking at ways to monetize, so forming a
about it.
religious organisation might be the
Add a little cross in
Tax free.
get those tax
Oh,
breaks.
names, yeah.
Hazy knows.
he knows. That sounds like a Aquarius thing to know.
You
Aquarius? I'm not Aquarius.
I don't even know. What are you?
Gemini.
Oh,
It was
I
my
got it
birthday
wrong.
last
You're
week.
still earth signs. Air signs though. Air signs are good at taxes.
What other air signs? They really?
Yeah.
Like
They're
that?
like very intellectual, business minded. You know.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm
good at
after
not
this,
paying
'cause I'm so bad at taxes. And like just anything to do with numbers, dude. My brain just like switches into a different mode.
I don't get it. Numbers don't compute to me either.
What are other air signs?
You got Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra.
Okay.
What are you?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh, you're a
I'm a
water
fish of
sign
the
like
sea.
me. I'm a Cancer.
You're a Cancer.
My tattoo of a big crab's up here, but I can't get it out right now.
White crab. What was the...
Cancer is a crab.
Right, that makes complete sense. Show my astrology.
Well,
Astrology?
Well, not just astrology, but like
Is that
etymology, because cancer is the Latin word for crab. So before cancer was like
right.
a disease, it was the word for crab.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So like you
Fucking
look at any
rough
of the
trot.
Latin names of crabs, they
Yeah.
generally start with cancer. It's got something to do with being like a hard shell or something.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how they turned it into, you know, the disease.
Yeah, like the number one, like the poster child for diseases.
Yeah, pretty much. It sucks.
Cancer's fucked. That's so rough. That's almost as bad as like the swastika and like when they adopted it from
Buddhism.
Buddhism.
They, like,
Sorry, I was going to say
flipped it,
Hindu, but
yeah.
yeah, it's Buddhism, yeah.
It's crazy though. You look at like a lot of Have we started?
Oh, yeah.
Because this is incredible content. I was
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yeah, no, we're on. Welcome to the show.
I actually saw a tweet of some random. You know how you end up in a wormhole. Some random was like,
30 years deep on one.
I don't want to get in trouble for this, but like the Anytime
You're going down,
Fitness- The Anytime Fitness logo actually kind of looks a little
Yeah.
bit swastika-y.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's been a common trait in
I wonder if that was
advertising. I know.
a marketing ploy.
Do we know where Anytime Fitness started? Hazy,
Oh, yeah.
Pull that shit up.
you're the brains
I
trust.
think it's Australia, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, it's an Australian dude. I'm pretty sure I've looked.
I had a little testy pop in there.
Did I?
You heard it? You all heard it. Can we edit that out? No, it's alright.
What am
No,
I
that's
looking up
good.
again?
I'll
Sorry, I
edit.
wasn't paying attention.
Where did Anytime Fitness
Oh, yeah,
start?
yeah. Hold on.
I'm going to say Australia too. I'm putting my money on that.
Yeah, I thought it
I
was
don't
some
have
like
any
I think we
money,
did
so
this.
leave that
My
between
monopoly
you
money.
guys.
My monopoly
I'm
money.
struggling actor, rapper, all of the
Artiste.
above. Artiste. Makes it sound better.
Yeah. Do you how do you define, like, if someone asks you, like, what do you do, like, if you're just at like a party or something, if someone's like, hey, what do you do, like,
I say I'm a musician,
musician?
and then people generally, because of the way I'm dressed, go, oh, hip hop? I'm like, yeah.
Like, no,
But then I
cello,
also need to
actually.
explain myself, because I am a songwriter. Like,
Yeah.
I do write in other genres. I just wouldn't want to hear my voice on those songs I've written when there are so many talented singers around me.
Yep.
So that is another aim. Like, obviously, I'm really hitting the ground running with hip hop right now, but I do want to write songs for other people under
Yeah,
the
cool.
name of Maddi St. Bedlam, and, you know, some ballads, some musical theatre, some blues. I just love singing a piano and writing songs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So keys are like is that where it began? Did you learn?
Yeah. I started playing piano when I was like 7.
Mad.
I'm not excellent at it. You put a piece of sheet music in front of me and I'll be like, can you just give me a chord chart? But I'm really good, like, with listening.
Yeah.
You tell me a song, I can figure out the chords, and I'm really good at writing.
Yeah, cool.
And I was at AIM, Australian Institute of Music, for a short stint.
Cool.
And I got some of the best advice from a teacher there. He was like, you don't need to be an excellent instrumentalist to be a good writer. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to take that on board and I'm going to really hold on to that, because I know I can write a banger of a track,
Yeah.
like exclusive of hip hop. I'm just not a maestro. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way to think of it too, though. Like I know, like I studied design, graphic design, and like that was kind of part of one of the things that one of the teachers told us was like you don't have to be an amazing artist to be a designer. Like you can kind of learn the tools and understand them, and then apply that, and like your design sense can kind of like not all designers are artists. Like artists can be design. Like it can kind of obviously it's very like interwoven. But
I think even if you don't feel like an artist, but like knowing the language and being able to communicate with those people that can put your vision into practice, like bring it to fruition. Like just being able to like I'm just doing a Cert 3 in sound production now.
Ah, sick.
And it's elevated my recording game so much.
Yeah.
Like I know how to set up a mic stand properly. Like I don't think people realize until you learn those skills, like how much smoother things can run and how much more of a peaceful and tranquil process recording can be if you just have a bit of knowledge. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even working with beat makers, you know, and like talking to them and being like, oh, can you comp this out instead of trying to find 100 billion ways to say what you're trying to get to.
Man, it's like anything. The more you know you don't know as well. Like you kind of, like you said, it makes you respect. Yeah. It helps you respect like someone's process more. Like I find photography and like filming and stuff like that's exactly the same. Like people think as soon as you hold a camera, the photo just happens. Yeah. But like, especially if you're in like a pressure situation, you're like fucking around with settings and like, there's a million things going on. Especially if like, for myself, because I don't do that full time, it's kind of like a hobby that I'm honing. But like, people just expect it. As soon as you've got it, it's like, boom, it's perfect. Yeah. Find the same with like painting stuff. People just expect.
Oh, painting, I'm
like, especially with graph, man. Like people will see something like when you've just marked up, and then they'll be like, "Is that what it's gonna look like?" And you're like, "Just come back in like 3 hours."
Yeah, just give me some time. Painting's not my thing. Hey.
No.
I don't know why I have no dexterity in my hands. I can see a vision.
Yeah.
And it turns into a pile of shit. Like. Just
don't step in it. Yeah.
Well, we had a mild incident, an almost incident before. I saved you.
Bro, these streets are dangerous. You gotta keep an eye out.
Chippendale.
This is why friends are important, you know, you look out for each other.
100%.
Do you want to know some fun facts about Anytime Fitness?
Yeah, hit us.
It's worth $1.4 billion.
Holla Anytime Fitness if you're looking for some.
And it was founded in Minnesota, United States.
Yeah, right.
Oh. How much money did you put on that?
All of it, which is nothing. So we're good. We're good there.
Yeah, so that's pretty fun, isn't it?
Minnesota.
Crazy.
Where's Minnesota? I know it's US. In America, but like...
Midwest. Oh. Yeah, I'm not too... America's such a huge place.
Hey.
You been?
I have. When I was 7, my sister lives there.
A lot happened at age 7.
Did I mention something else?
I think that's when you started piano as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, my sister, she's lived over there. Like, my family's older. Yeah. I was born when my mum was 49.
Yeah, right.
So all my siblings... Mom. Yeah, right? Amazing. Fuck. What a Wonder Woman.
Right.
I had the privilege of meeting her at your gig. She was mad.
Isn't she awesome?
She was
like,
mad.
She's 75. She comes in. She fucking doing these on. She was learning the ways.
Go, Mum.
Right. Franny G. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out, Fran.
So, yeah, when I was born, like... My siblings were 26, 24, and 20.
Wow.
Yeah. So my older sister, she, the year before I was born, I believe, went to America backpacking, met a guy, sent a letter home. I'm staying here. And, so by the time I was 7...
Sent a letter home.
Yeah. I don't know how. I don't think it went down that great.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But yeah, by the time I was 7, she was having a kid, so we flew over there for the birth.
Sick.
I witnessed a birth at 7.
Wow.
I was in the hospital watching it all happen.
Fuck, man.
It was a lot.
I haven't had that. I haven't had that experience yet.
Yeah, no. Well, would I recommend? I mean, there's beauty to it.
When it's my kid, if it's almost any other situation, it's super inappropriate that I'm there. Yeah. So hopefully it's my child.
Yeah. You would hope. It's
One
weird
day.
the details I remember of it. I remember falling asleep on the floor and then waking up and it was like, oh, the baby's really coming out now. It's fucking weird.
That's so cool. That was your first, so you were auntie obviously at that moment?
Yeah, but I was already an auntie before that. Yep. I have 7 nephews and nieces in totes.
Damn. They're
so cute. Well, they're not really cute anymore. They're growing up. Like.
Yeah, you guys like the same age? Almost?
Yeah, the closest one to me is 24. I'm 27 this year.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So, hang on, maybe a bit younger. Take Take away 5 from 27. Whatever. 22. There we go.
Nice.
I told you I'm not good at numbers.
Quick maths.
Quick math.
Fuck yeah. Did whereabouts in America?
She's in California, but not like Los Angeles or anything like that. She's in Sonoma County.
Okay.
So I think it's about 2 hours north of San Francisco.
Yeah.
Very, I'm not going to say rural, but it's more of an arty town.
Yeah.
It's a Champagne region.
The Champagne region?
Yeah.
Ooh,
So,
nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Along the Russian River. So she's a science teacher as well. She
Sick.
does a lot of, bio trips with the kids.
Mad.
Yeah, it's cool. She's a great teacher. I wish I had a teacher like my sister.
I feel like science teachers are, like, generally speaking, top 3 coolest teachers. You've got, like, art, music, it kind of depends on the teacher.
Yeah.
And then science is usually just, like, not always.
Not always.
It's not a rule.
Yeah.
But in my experience, anyway.
Well, my drama teacher was a sick cunt.
Yeah?
Like, I graduated in 2011. I still catch up for coffees with her.
Sick.
Yeah. That's
Fuck
mad.
yeah.
Miss Sills. Shout out Miss Sills.
Shout out Miss-
Legend.
Sills?
Sills.
Fuck
Sillsy.
Hell yeah.
Fucking awesome woman.
Did, so was theatre, like, a big thing as a kid for you growing
Yeah.
up? Was that, did
Like-
you start in school, or was it kind of like an extracurricular
Yeah, it was
thing
in
as well?
school, and I was just always good at it.
Yeah.
I think being a loudmouth helps that, and like enjoying being the center of attention. But I did hone the craft, and like I'm still into it. I think I learnt a lot from theatre that I can translate into being a hip hop performer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was going to be my thing when I first graduated school. I went straight into uni. I was doing one of my units. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been in uni, but I was studying theatre at a tertiary level. And that's when you realise you're not too good at something. Like, you go from a high school environment where you're the best at something,
Yeah.
and then you move out of it and you're with people that have a lot more life experience, you know, people that are older, people that have been doing things professionally.
Yeah.
That was a big blow to my ego.
Oh, for sure, man.
I did not stay in uni for long.
Yeah.
I've tried multiple times to go back, but like uni's not for me, man.
It's not the only path to these days. Like, there's so many other options, and if
Yeah.
you're self-motivated, which you obviously are, as an artist, like, you can find, like, even your experience through hip hop
Yeah.
would, like, I'm sure translate just being on stage and
I've always been a person that's like, I'm interested in so many things.
yeah,
And like
I feel ya.
that can often lead to like shooting for a goal, but then moving the goalposts on yourself.
Yeah,
And I think last year when I decided to put music out and really start working on it, I was like, no, I think this is something that has longevity to it.
yeah,
Unlike other things that I've skimmed the surface of and been like, oh, I'm bored now, moving
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't want to stop rapping. I think I first picked up
Please
the pen
don't.
when I was like 8 years old,
yeah, sick.
and I did push it away for some people, you try and be a people pleaser when you're 14 and
Yep.
trying to find your way in the world. But it's like, I'm at the point I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks right now. Like,
Yeah,
I'm a chick rapper, I'm a gay rapper, there's gonna be haters always. But there's gonna be haters even for the best
fucking
straight
everything,
guy.
dude.
Like, you just,
Yeah.
you do what you love and people are
Yeah.
gonna hate. People don't like you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You just fucking gotta do it.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I just don't think it's the thing that I want to stop doing. I want to be old. I want to be old grandma.
spitting bars.
Smoking ciggies in my wheelchair and being like, oi, start working on some multi-syllables, cunt.
You're a rappers too. Rappers, rapper as well, I'd say. Like, I remember the first time I saw you perform, I was just like, who the fuck is this chick just barring the fuck out? Like, do you know what I mean? It's
Girl
cool
gang.
that you bring that element. You're kind of not trying to add it up with like bells and whistles. Like, you come just with
Yeah.
like, and I feel like particularly in like, obviously like the Sydney scene, it's growing a lot, and there's so many
Yeah.
female artists that have come into it. Like,
Yeah.
even the girl gang stuff is a perfect example of
Yeah.
that. But like, definitely a male dominant scene, as most. It's weird because like society, like, it's like 50-50, like men and women, but it's like, it's weird how many male dominant things there are still.
I don't
like,
know.
everywhere.
I think it's kind of what hip hop's associated with. Like, sometimes I feel like people don't even try and be the best rapper. They try and be the hardest rapper.
Yeah.
And that's associated with masculinity.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I listen to like some of the blokiest blokey rappers, but also
Yeah.
like it does impact. I think it's like a subconscious gatekeeping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's definitely another like thing for like a female artist to to overcome as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like in that, like that breaking out, that making that decision to finally put music out.
Yeah, I think I've always had a anything you can do, I can do better, like
Sick.
kind of attitude in my life.
Yeah.
And the same applies to rap. Like if I hear anyone, not just a guy, if I hear a guy or a girl rapping and I think that was a higher quality than the last thing I put out, I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push to make my next thing be the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
And like, as for being a rapper's rapper and like barring out and shit, I love language as much as I love music.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it comes from. Like, I appreciate trap music. I think everything has its place. But for me personally, like, it's the language element and how you can manipulate words to get, like, us. I still think there's punchlines out there no one gets because I write them so cryptically. But I love that for me. Like, I feel like I'm putting a puzzle together.
Yeah.
And I think my challenge now going forward, as much as I do want to remain that rapper's rapper who can really bar out, now I want to start adding musical elements into it, making it really like a song.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
People like, I was in the studio with Esper and Haunted, and Esper was like, everyone knows you can bar out.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows that. Now you really need to start putting musical elements. You're a songwriter, you write songs that are not hip hop, good. Start transferring those skills over into your raps, and you're going to elevate so much. So I've got a lot of thinking to do.
But it's amazing that you've got that experience already, you know, like I imagine like for some artists, they come into it purely through just rapping.
Yeah.
And
that's where I know I'm
branch.
blessed. Like, I'm so blessed and so privileged to have had the opportunity to do piano lessons when I was a kid, you know? Like, I don't come into this trying to be like, trying to make a fake image of myself or anything. Like, I've been through hard things, but I also know that there have been opportunities in my life that other kids haven't had the opportunity to get. And I'm so freaking grateful for it, and I want to share that knowledge. I want to share that knowledge and see other people elevate, like, not just for my circle, but for Oz hip-hop in general.
Yeah.
Because it's going places, like...
It really is, man.
There's been a renaissance in the past year.
It's crazy. For me, I started, like, really noticing it probably, 18 months, 2 years ago. It was, like, when I first kind of felt like there was this new wave, like, emerging. And obviously, like, before that, there was artists, like, Nerve's been around for quite a while now. And keeping an eye on like a few people, but just the progress, and even just kind of seeing him mature from like being like a young dude to almost like this like man fucking character that he is now.
Not just
as well.
a man, but a polished artist.
Oh,
in every sense of the word.
But like even just like when you like, I was looking at some old clips of him the other day, and he looks so young.
Yeah.
And like he's still young. I think he's like 25 or some shit now. Something around that.
Baby.
Around there. Baby boy, mama's boy.
Mama's boy.
But like you can see that, and I mean like Kid Leroy's another perfect example. Obviously he was so fucking young, but I saw photos of him when he was 12 recently.
Yeah.
And then you look at him now for that track that he just dropped the other day, and like the press shots he had for that. It's like, so it's cool to see people actually growing up in the scene, and
it's
like
awesome.
And like you said, you know, polished artists end to end. But yeah, man, it's just like such a huge wave of people, and
it's really cool.
We kind of touched on it before when we were grabbing a coffee as well. It's like all the artists that are existing now, like the spread of that over the next like 2 to 3 years, it's just
so
gonna
diverse.
It's gonna be hard to keep up.
Yeah.
But we're still so small.
I need a burp.
Burp into the mic.
Is that a good one?
What was that?
You know, it like started when I was here. I was like, no, you got to get there.
Lee does it all the time.
That was
he
sick.
loves a good burp.
Love it.
Yeah, it's
Sorry
really not
for
to.
whoever's on this microphone after me.
That's
Hope
alright.
it's not soon. We'll air it
It's
out
alright.
a little.
It's corona free.
We'll
I
Glenn's
like
one.
that. I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah,
Thank you,
this is a
Hazy.
safe space. We burn sage in here every other week. Kinda
Keep
have
out
to.
all. Is that why I feel this force pushing me out the window?
Oh, mad. So do you find like what's your process when it comes to writing? Because when I listen to your stuff, I feel like you're into some really cool shit. I feel like you're into like, I don't know. Do you geek out on like mythology and fucking? Do you watch heaps of docos and shit? I just feel like there's so many references.
I'm a documentary person.
Like,
if I'm watching something fictional, I want it to be based on a secret society or like the Da Vinci Code and shit like that.
Cool.
Like, a sense of mystery and all that.
Like
I've always been what was that?
Do you like conspiracies?
Conspiracy leaning.
Yes. Did you know that the term conspiracy was developed by the CIA in 1951
Wow.
to make people feel stupid for having ideas other than what the government wanted them to think. Now, I don't want this to become a conspiracy podcast.
Oh, we're already there.
Okay. I went too deep with that sentence. But yeah, I love docos. Like I said, my sister's a science teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My siblings always were really into nature docos. Like, my brother's a fisherman. That is his thing. His element is in the boat on the water. I grew up fishing, so the past 2 days I've been getting square eyes watching YouTube, just watching spearfishing accidents and shit like that. Not accidents, but shark encounters, which can sometimes become a very big accident. I like the anxiety it gives me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm an anxious person.
Yeah.
And I feel I think it's the same with watching horror movies. If you watch something, then you cool, my anxiety is because of that instead of because of my overthinking or shit like that. Right. Yeah. But also, I just enjoy watching the beautiful animals in their element, attacking people. It's a bit of a sadistic thing.
Any particular Instagram pages or anything in particular where people can get some good animal on human action?
I don't really do that on Instagram.
Keep it strictly YouTube.
Yeah. I like a good video. Who have I been watching lately? There's Brave Wilderness. The guy's a little bit annoying, but the footage is great.
Yeah.
Nick Fry, he's an Aussie bloke from North Queensland.
Yeah.
And he kind of I don't know. I think he just must have grew up just always fishing constantly. He's just got so much knowledge, and he'll go out he's only young. I don't reckon the kid's 20. But he'll go out on a boat with his missus, jump out of the boat, catch a stingray, get his little, fucking barbecue, whatever, the portable things.
The grill master, yeah.
Pop it on. Yeah, sure. I'll go with that.
Hibachi.
That's it. Hibachi. I actually fucking wrote a line with that word in it as if I couldn't
What's
think.
What's a hibachi?
Hibachi,
I watch a lot of MasterChef.
Hey.
Just let you know.
It's a type. Is that a type of grill? What is that?
It's a grill.
Yeah.
It's got it's got coals in it. It's got coals and stuff like that.
Yeah, he uses that.
And it's got a grill.
The one I watched him do last night, he was using wood chips rather than coals. Not to be too technical.
Smoky flavour.
Yeah, smoky as. I think he made it too smoky. Just trial and error.
I getcha.
But yeah, I don't know. He doesn't disclose the location of where he goes fishing, which I can understand. But it's just cool. Food's the other thing I love. Do you watch food YouTube, Hazy?
Yeah, that's my thing.
Okay, best ever food review show. Please tell me you've seen it.
What one?
That's what it's called.
Oh, right. No, I haven't seen it.
Bro,
I have to watch it.
He's got almost 5 million subscribers.
All right, I'm on that as well.
You got to be on it. It's the quality's almost Netflix level. I don't know how he doesn't have a TV show, and he just goes around. He tries extreme foods, fucking weird shit.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. I think food's one of the best ways you can get to know a culture.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely.
I mean? Yeah. You sit down around a table, learn their customs, eat some good fucking food.
It's very telling of the people that live in a city, because it's such a especially for people that immigrate to a place, it's such a grassroots kind of business for people to get into.
Yeah, 100%.
Sydney's got some epic food, man.
Yeah, I still haven't been. I feel bad. I'm Maltese. I still haven't been to the Pastizzi Cafe.
Oh, in Newtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a spot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should do it.
That is the fucking place. It's the place to be.
They better be good pastizzis though, because they have a high fucking threshold.
The bar's been set.
Yeah, the bar has been set.
What's the one near you as well? It's not pastizzis. It's all Papa.
Me?
Yeah.
Papa's.
It's just called
but
Papa's.
That's just
treats and.
That's cheesecake.
Right.
Cottage cheesecake.
Oh,
that's the one in Haberfield. You're from that way.
Yeah, I don't. Do you think I leave the house though?
Yeah.
Uber Eats one.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Uber Eats one indeed. Fucking love that thing.
Fuck yeah! So you're born and raised in Sydney?
Yeah.
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 Have you ever lived anywhere else?
No, not really. I've lived on the Central Coast. I've lived out west. I've lived around.
Yep.
But yeah, I haven't really not out of the state or anything like that.
Yeah.
Anything dramatic. Yeah.
Cool.
The furthest west I've been is Macquarie Fields.
That's pretty west.
It is pretty west. Furthest north.
It gets
I've been,
wester.
It does.
But it's west enough too.
Yeah.
Mac Fields. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's westy.
Spent a lot of time out that way growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's where Casey's from.
Ah, sick.
So we were living with her dad for a bit.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Good skate park.
Yeah, did not go there. I own a skateboard, a really nice skateboard. I've always loved skating.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's my shitty ankles or what the fuck it is, but
it gets harder as you get older. I don't skate. I ride bikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always loved skating. I've always thought it was the cooler of, I don't know, skaters in general. Just
the cooler of the wheeled sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and rollerblading.
Ripsticks, they're fucking cool.
Could not even fucking stand on a ripstick.
That's the only thing I can really do is a ripstick for some reason. I don't know why.
Bro, can we? I want to get some footage and just dub it in right now of Hazy on a ripstick. I'll fucking pay
Hazy,
to see that.
Do you have your ripstick?
I don't know. I should go get one and leave it in the studio.
Do it.
I was about to talk some mad smack on ripsticks, so I'll put them right. I put them one peg above Heelys, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's
the wobble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hazy,
I don't know why I can do it. I just picked it up one day.
Do your hips not lie, Hazy?
Yeah,
so
it's that.
Shakira.
I don't know what. One day I just picked it up.
I could see you with a rose in your mouth and like a tuxedo, just on the ripstick.
You know it.
That's what we need. We need a Shakira cover, Hazy ripstick
That's
version.
Gonna be one of the promos for the upcoming album. 100%.
Love it.
Hazy's hips don't lie.
It's a banger.
Fuck yeah.
Shakira's got some bangers out there as far as pop music goes.
Yeah.
Phone's distracting me. Fuck off, phone. Trying to be social here.
I've just
How many
left my
phones have you
phone
got?
with
You got
as
2
well.
phones there.
Got the burner on the.
It's like I feel like I'm in a managerial position. No, StBedlam can't come to the phone now. Fuck you all. Not to anyone that you like though. Only mean people.
That's alright.
Like
No one
Optus
calls me
and
these days.
It feels like that. Eh?
Bro, I've been getting more and more private number calls and just like answer, hang up. I don't even like answering numbers. I just don't know.
I don't do
if
it.
It's just like if it starts with an 8, I'm like, where the fuck? I don't even know where that is.
Melbourne.
That's Melbourne, yeah. But why are you calling me from Melbourne?
No, I think it's Queensland. Melbourne's 3.
What?
I think
See, it's
8's
too
Queensland.
technical.
Yeah, but they
I don't
can leave a
understand.
voicemail. That's what
And why is caller ID still a thing? Like, why are you trying to surprise me, bro? Like, what? Do you know what I mean?
I just hate phone calls. Like, disclaimer to anyone who ever wants to work with me, don't ring.
Don't call.
Because I won't. I will make up any fucking excuse under the sun to not pick that up. And I'll be like, just message me.
Slide in them DMs.
Slide in my DM and stay there. Stay in the DM lane, right?
Know your lane.
Yeah.
That is it. Have you? I noticed you. You said you're Maltese, or you got Maltese
I am Maltese.
heritage.
I'm first generation Aussie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! I saw. I was having a little scroll through the gram before. I saw you made it out there last year.
Yes.
First time.
No, I had been when I was 10. Like my 3rd or 4th cousin or something was having a wedding.
Yeah.
They have a bit of money, so we got flown over there and shit. So I could be a bridesmaid in this wedding for a cousin I'd met once before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good to go back as an adult.
Yeah.
And fuck, it's beautiful. Next time, my next goal though is to go over and be able to drive.
Yeah.
Because I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm almost 27 and I can't do that.
Do you have your L's?
No, they expired last year.
Damn, dude. I know so many people like you.
Yeah. It's like, and that's the thing, I live in the city as well. Like, trains and buses, it becomes easy and becomes comfortable. The last time I fucking had a driving lesson, I almost crashed into someone's living room. Like, I just remember the faces of kids staring out the window, being like, and me being like, fuck, I'm never doing this again. So that was maybe about 6 years ago. So I don't know.
Fuck, man.
I need to get over that.
Yeah, you got this.
Thank you. Thanks.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I'm gonna take this with me. Go get my L's straight away.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, I was the opposite end. Like the day I could get my L's, I was on it, and then before I even got my P's, I bought my first car and all that shit. I was like itching.
Yeah, fucking oath.
But I guess living out west, it was kind of like that was the only. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like the high school I went to was a boarding school as well.
Yeah.
And all the girls from the country knew how to drive like before we hit year 10.
Yeah.
Because you just do it. Like you live on a farm. You got to learn.
Yeah.
Your neighbor lives 1,000 k's away. You want to see your mates. You got to learn to drive. Yeah. But yeah, when growing up in the inner west, pretty easy.
What school? If you don't, do you want to disclose or you don't?
I'm gonna get picked on for being a private school kid.
Oh, it's alright, bro. I'm private school. I'm West, but I'm private West, so that's fine.
I went to St. Private West.
Private West, baby.
Sounds dirty.
It's its own lane. Yeah.
Private West.
Lee out west.
I went to St. Scholastica's.
Okay.
Which
that's a crazy name. I've never heard of that school before. But.
Well, this is why you say people are scholastic, because St. Scholastica was the patron saint of education and learning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sick.
It was it's not like it was you know, fucking Kincock or Rose Bay or anything.
Yeah. Was it co-ed or was it all girls?
All girls.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah. Do you have school dances with like the
with
brother
fucking
school?
St. Mary's.
Yeah.
And shit like that. It was weird. There was one school dance I didn't go to. It was like not allowed to be free dancing. We had like dance classes and we had to do set dances.
Like choreo.
Yeah. Like now you're gonna learn to do the foxtrot. And we didn't get to do the classes with the boys.
Nutbush.
We just they did the classes separately. And we did the classes at our school, and then we were meant together.
School.
I didn't go.
I understand.
Yeah, like I'm not fucking doing that.
Man, I remember our like, particularly like year 7 and 8. So same thing. I went to an all boys, and we had like a sister college, and our principal used to walk around with a fucking ruler and make sure like you couldn't put your hands on like girls' asses. You had to like keep it around the waist, but you had to keep 30 centimeters between you and them.
So you're like this.
The most awkward. I still remember like being in year 7 and like walking, like seeing a girl at the dance and being like wanting, like you have to go up to them and ask them to. Like, there's no other way it happens. Like you
was
don't know.
Was it a Catholic school?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's also the Catholic guilt associated if you like
put
a toe.
That was already out the window by that age, 12.
Yeah. Oh, you got over
some
it
things
early.
that happened
Lucky
by then.
Boy. Yeah. I feel like I still have the
smoking
Catholic
ciggies
guilt.
in the park and shit.
Yeah, fucking oath. I was a good kid in high school.
Oh, really?
I was too scared to pull my toe out of the line. Maybe year 7 I was a shithead. But then I met some friends that were like high achievers.
Yeah.
And my competitive side kicked in. So I began performing really well and using my old noggin and like, you know, you start getting praise from teachers. The praise feels good because otherwise you have a low self-esteem and stuff. So you start working towards that.
Yeah.
And not working towards it, but working for it. You work for that.
Well, yeah, you
admiration.
got that momentum. Yeah. It's like.
So it was good. And then after high school, kind of all fell apart a bit for me. It was like I was bottling down too much angst from life. And then, after high school, I didn't have that structure and that safety net. And I didn't have my teachers who really were my friends. Yeah. And, shit got rocky, but that's all good. Did you
like when you were a kid, because you mentioned anxiety before, is that something you've kind of like
my whole life
you've lived with your whole life?
I can't remember not being anxious.
Did you know what it was like when you were a kid?
No, you just explain it as this awful feeling in your belly.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
anxiety's fucked.
It is, man.
Yeah,
it's like I didn't know even, like I'd heard of it and I'd heard of depression and like, you know, it's one of those things that the terms weren't new, but it was like when I applied, like, that's what that is. Yeah. But, like, I didn't realize that till I was, like, maybe, like, in my 20s, like, early 20s.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that just makes so much sense.
I think
as to what the fuck's been going on the last, like...
I definitely knew I was, like, depressed. I don't know about anxious, but depressed from quite early. Yeah. And, like, I remember the first time I went to a counsellor was in year 7. Yeah. And she was fucking shit.
At school?
Yeah, at school. She was the shittest counsellor ever. I can't even remember her name, but like...
No shout out for you.
No shout out. And I didn't go back until I was in year 11, I think, ever. Like, you have that one back, especially as a fucking 12-year-old.
Man, it's a hard thing to, like, put yourself in that situation, and then you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be as honest as possible right now. And if you're not... Yeah, if you don't feel like you get... anything from that, it's like... Yeah, like, I don't want to give away
too much personal shit, but, like, you say something and then they're kind of like, oh, make you feel like you're bad for thinking that
judged about yourself.
Yeah, like, really judged. And I was like, oh, I'm not doing that again. Yeah. It's weird.
I feel you, man. I did, a few years ago, quite a few years ago, it was, like, early 20s, so around that time when I kind of identified that, you know, I was living with some things and I wanted to go talk to someone about it. And, I don't know if you still can, but you could go get like a mental health care plan from like your local GP and you get like 10 free sessions and blah, blah, blah. So I went and did that. And then the first like counsellor I went and spoke to, it was the same thing. It just wasn't like, it was just very like, you could tell she was a nice lady, but she was just doing a job and it wasn't, there was no care kind of in it. It was very like, and she kind of just gave me like some very like Google like kind of dot points. Yeah. She's like, just be present. And I'm like, cool.
Okay, but
like,
how? Talking about presence, like that is a thing that society has conditioned us to not be.
Yeah.
It's our natural state of being. Like, I know Kobe D mentioned reading The Power of Now.
Yeah.
That is something you have to train your mind to do. I'm reading that book for the second time now.
Yeah.
Because it worked for a little bit. Like, I read it after my father passed and my head was fucked.
Yeah.
And now I'm coming back to it because I did forget those skills.
Yeah.
When you've, for so many years of your life, been doing the opposite, you need to rewire your brain and you need someone to help you get into that.
Yeah.
I highly recommend the book, Power of Now.
I still need to get onto that. So,
bro,
yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah,
like,
same.
Gonna add it to the top of the list because,
I don't want to say hypnosis, but it's one of those books where you feel your mind state change as you read it. Yeah.
And it is cool.
I'm going to get the audio book.
Yeah.
Oh, you should read it,
Look.
It's different.
The guy, I have full respect for Eckhart Tolle, who is the author. I just can't really stand the sound of his voice. He just speaks very slow. I'm a high-paced person. If you can take, a lumbering drawl and you enjoy that, go for it. But I'm a reader.
Yeah, true.
I kind of find Jordan Peterson to be kind of similar in that. I don't know if you know who he is, but he has a lot of stuff, particularly around kind of like mental health and like basically just get your shit together in life.
Yeah.
He's got a book. His most well-known one is like 12 Simple Rules for Life or something.
Okay.
It's just very practical, but he's got a very like fucking school teacher way of going. It's just like a very droning. So it is hard to consume. I was like, I'll get the audiobook, and then I get like a chapter into it. I'm like, I'm just going to read this.
Yeah, I feel like just Stephen Fry should read every audiobook ever. That man's voice is amazing.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman, Stephen Fry.
Too, yeah.
Yeah, Audible should get fucking Stephen Fry on the payroll.
Onto everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think though, even if I had my ideal voice designed in a test tube, I'd still prefer to read.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
cool. Yeah, it definitely hits different, man. And like, it's kind of like you were saying about, travel and going to Malta. It's cool to go back as an adult. It's cool to ingest things like that as well, because you don't realize how much you forget from it as well.
Not
like,
just
there's
forget,
value,
but like growth again. Like you were saying about looking at nerve and stuff and watching the progression of people. Like if I look at my first copy of the Philosopher's Stone, there is like words that I've underlined as a 7-year-old. That number keeps happening. 7. 7.
It's a lucky number.
It is. It's a good one. I've underlined words that I didn't know, and the words are like huddle. And for me, as someone who prides myself, but like as someone who really loves language, and uses it and prides myself in trying to always build my vocabulary, it's cool. Like, I mean, it was probably a bit cooler when I was a 12-year-old looking back at huddle, but like still, like there's a little things that you know that you've learnt and you've grown from whatever that moment in time was. It's really cool.
Yeah, because I mean, we're different people today than we were even yesterday. Like, it's life, man. It compounds. Like, and you're constantly evolving. It's good to have that mindset too, that you're not the same person. Like, you're not trapped
100%.
into.
Yeah, life is malleable, I think. Yeah.
100%. That's another. I actually reread the Harry Potter series probably about 2 years ago now, but like another fucking awesome thing to reread, bro. I read the Philosopher's Stone in one night.
Yeah.
I just got into
so
it.
easy to do.
And my retarded brain, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just going to fucking start reading so I don't watch TV before I go to bed. Yeah. So I get tired and go to sleep. And then I like sat up for 4 hours and read the entire book. And I'm like, it's fucking 2 a.m. What am I doing? You were enjoying yourself, and that's what matters. What house would you be in Harry Potter?
I'm a Ravenclaw.
You're a Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I believe, with a little bit of Gryffindor mixed in there.
Yeah.
But I'm sometimes not very brave.
I can see Ravenclaw, yeah.
Yeah, I like... Are you okay?
We're covering the big topics, bro. We got fucking star signs and
It's great.
Harry Potter houses.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I think I'm a Ravenclaw.
I never watched a Harry Potter video.
Harry Potter? No.
I'll lend you the books, bro.
I'm alright.
Have you never read them?
I've never seen one, ever. Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings, alright? I'm a Lord of the Rings guy.
I'm down with Lord of the Rings, too.
But I'm not a Harry Potter.
I never got into Lord of the Rings.
I can lend you the books. I got you.
I was trying to be,
it's good.
I was trying to be too cool when Harry Potter came out, so I missed it.
That's fair.
I was like, I don't like wizards and stuff.
I remember when Twilight came out.
I was in. I went Pokemon to Harry. I'm fucking just transition seamless.
You gave no fucks. Yeah, no, I remember when Twilight came out and everyone was like, Twilight's so much fucking better than Harry Potter. Like,
how dare you?
And I was like, no, like I would get in arguments, and then I realized I hadn't read Twilight, so I should probably like get the books and read it before I, you know, cause any more fights in the schoolyard. And
just punching on over Harry Potter.
yeah, I think I like pushed through book 1, pushed through book 2. Book 3 I kind of liked of Twilight, and then I got like 2 chapters into the 4th book, and I was like, I've seen enough. Fuck this shit. Yeah, it didn't last long.
Bro, Twilight popped off. I saw maybe one of the movies, but yeah, I never went. It felt more of like a girl's, like they were appealing to that market. It was very
but
like,
also just like it was trashy.
Yeah.
It's trashy as.
You're being fucking called out, Twilight. Trash.
Called out. No shout out. Called out. Fuck you.
Fuck you and Year 7 counsellor.
All of the above.
But yeah. The only thing I didn't fuck with in Lord of the Rings, there's like, when you read it, there's like these elven songs. Just dropping fucking Lord of the Rings facts right now.
Go on.
But yeah, there's elven songs, and some of them go for like 2 pages. And I'm like, is it like, and I would read them, but I'm like, I don't, because I'm not like musically inclined, so I'm not like.
So you wouldn't like put a melody to it?
No,
right?
I'm trying to, but I'm like, it's just not there.
Yeah.
So then it's like, oh man, yeah, we should do some like Lord of the Rings readings.
100%.
Club.
Fuck, remember Speaks and Specs?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that still running?
No, ABC, they'd shut that down.
Fuck
Ending good.
off.
R.I.P.
Bad choice.
I have no idea.
That was good, that show.
Yeah, but the fucking thing they used to do, they'd get random books in and like make people sing the tune of it.
Fuck,
like,
I would have been horrible at that.
Oh no, I used to make people do it at parties.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was like my favorite game to play.
That's sick.
It's good. It's fun. I'd get like all the weird, obscure books off the bookshelves, like plenty of Jesus ones, because my mum only buys Jesus books, and be like, fucking sing me a song. These are the new words.
You should get a few of them in here. Ill-song. It's a common thread.
Ill
song. Shit.
It's a thing now.
It is a thing.
It's a tax bracket.
Are we going to get in trouble? Actually, no.
I'm going to hell anyway, so it's all
can't.
Bless you. There's like, rules are looser for podcasts, aren't they?
You can do whatever you want. You just can't play other people's music or play YouTube clips.
Alright, well, I give permission for you to play my music. There you go.
Sweet as.
Done.
Yeah.
You got it on camera.
Thank you.
YouTube overlords.
Overlords.
Where does the name StBedlam come from?
I knew that was going to come
Yeah,
up.
I'd like to know that too.
I was like preparing
Because
myself.
I was thinking about it yesterday, and I'm like, it's such a cool name, but it's not like, it's just your artist name. It's not like, I've never thought into it before. It's just like, I'm like, oh, crispy, StBedlam. Ham. Do you know what I mean? It's just like another.
Yeah, it sticks with you. It's a name that sticks with you too.
Well, I think like Bedlam, first of all, for historical context, was an asylum in London.
Okay.
In the like, I don't know, olden days.
Yep.
It was really
It
bad.
was black
the way...
and white back then.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you imagine old shit in black and white or sepia?
Nah.
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 Fuck.
Maybe with a slight grain.
Yeah.
But like.
That's film grain.
If I'm going back to that level in time where I didn't exist, I'm feeling it in my body, you know, so I'm becoming part of the scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bedlam was an older son. That's why we get the phrase, it's Bedlam in here. Like if things are going crazy, it's Bedlam in here. And like mental health was treated like shit back in those days. So people could actually pay to go and visit crazy patients.
People. Yeah, right.
So the reason, like, there's a few levels to StBedlam as a name. One of them's that, but that leads into like, there was a period in my life where I kind of had people telling me I could only put positive content in my music, which was okay, and I understand it, and I'm kind of getting in touch with that again because I do want to make a difference in people's lives and inspire people. But also I was like, this is an art form.
Yeah. And
for as many... like a painter can paint a beautiful landscape or, you know, a beautiful portrait of someone they love, but they're also going to do dark stuff. Yep. And I didn't want to feel as though I was restricted. Yeah. So my name was a bit of a protest to that. I was like, there's the saint side of me, but there's also the fucking batshit crazy bitch that like chaos needs to come out. And I think that's the thing, like, you can hear that difference in my songs, like, and I'll mention it if it's a happy, more uplifting song. I'm being like, the saint's here, you know, but then on the other darker ones, like Monument and stuff, I'm like, you know, it's fucking Bedlam. I've switched. It's the other me.
Fuck yeah.
That's fucking dope.
That's sick.
That's heaps cool.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool.
I wish I had a cool meaning in my name.
Hazy. I think we know where that came from.
Yeah, but yours is way better.
I wanted something
I like how much thought's in it.
I'm a very meaning-oriented person, like which is also a double-edged sword because sometimes I can look too deep into things
For sure.
and stuff like that. But I think it does make my name quite potent. Some people mispronounce it as Bedlam, and I'm like, but there's no H.
We back.
There's no H in that. Oh, that's okay. So.
Same Bethlehem.
Ilsong, they just took the H out of it and put it in Bedlam.
Right.
Oh my god, shit's crazy. But yeah, I don't know what people...
words.
So just, if you're going to meet me for the first time, I don't care. I'm not an arsehole. I will politely tell you, but like I said, I've had anxiety. I'd rather not have to go to you. It's actually Bedlam.
Yep.
Because that makes me feel bad inside.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that cunt.
Such a small thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always have people, like, I think I just don't know how to talk properly still. And, like, I will mumble my own name. I'll be like, oh, hey, I'm Lee. And they're like, oh, Liam. And I'm like, yeah, sure.
That happened when I went to Malta. So my last name is Grima. It's spelled Grima.
Yep.
And a lot of Aussies will pronounce it Grimer.
You got to come with the Grime track at some point.
Oh, I've got something for you. Don't worry.
Exclusive.
But yeah, it's pronounced Grima. And just before we went to Malta, I met a nunna. She was Maltese, and she was like told me I was pronouncing my last name wrong. She was like, "No, it's Grimer," and I was like, "What is my life about?" Like,
this is full identity crisis.
Yeah, like my whole life, my mum's been correcting people who said it the way you're telling me to say it. What the fuck? So then, not long after, went to Malta and was like having panic attacks every day because I wanted to make that cultural connection and be like, yes, my name's Grima.
Yeah. And
have people go, you're Maltese, and like, oh, it's cool, you know, free food and shit. Which happens.
Someone bring the pasta.
Yeah. But every time I went to say it, I got really fucking anxious. I was like, I don't know how to say my last name anymore. And then we went to, like, I fucked up a few times, like, just going and being like, Grima, and this lady was like, that's a day. How are you talking? Like, what? But then our last night in Malta, which was, we were in a city called Mdina, which is, like, really old. A lot of Turkish.
Sounds old.
Yeah. It's a walled city, and it's the highest point of Malta.
Yeah, right.
Stay still.
Is Malta's an island, yeah?
It's tiny as fuck, yeah. Like, when you look at it on Google Maps, you need a...
Like, zoom.
Yeah.
Right.
It's tiny. But yeah, we're in Mdina, and we went to this nice restaurant, and the waiter at the end comes up to me and goes, "Are you a Grima?" I was like, yeah. I was like, it's fucking Grima. I'm not going to mention the person that told me it was wrong, but called out, no shout out.
That fucking
gave me months of anxiety for no reason. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah. I still get weird anxieties and things. Like I was where was I? I was buying some fucking get my gains on again lately. I've been training a bit, as you would have clearly noticed in my physique at the moment. But I was buying some protein the other day, and at the counter, they're like, "Oh, do you have an account at this store?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I haven't been in before." And they're like, "Cool, do you want?" And I was like, "Yeah, sweet." And then they asked for my mobile number, and I was like, "Cool." And then they asked for my first name, last name, address, and I'm like, I was just, as it was going on, I'm like, seems like way too much information just to give this dude, but I was already deep, and then I'm like, do I give him a fake last name? Do I like make up an address? Why does he need my address? And I just told him exactly what it was. Yeah. But yeah, it's weird.
And now there's a creepy guy in your window every night.
Yeah, so shout out that dude.
Shout out.
That has all my personal information.
Lucky you're getting massive.
Everywhere has all out. Actually, while I'm in a sentence, I'm going to go toilet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pause.
Poo break.
Piss break. Fuck off. I got my poos out before I left home. Thanks very much, Spendy.
Yeah, we're at the Gladdy.
Coffee number 4.
All right. Entertain yourself,
Coffee
boys.
number 6. I'm on 6 shots now.
Jesus.
Way too much.
Peaking.
I'm starting to have anxiety. We're just watching your reaction video.
Oh yeah,
He's a legend, this guy.
Bro, he's so good. Like, best reactor.
Yeah.
He understands music. He articulates himself so well.
Some of the gaps.
Yeah, amazing how he picked up on your flow too. I never even thought of that until he said that.
It's like.
What he didn't pick up though was the reason I was doing that was because I mentioned mozzies.
Oh, did you?
And I was trying to like replicate the hum of a mosquito. But he's from Britain. Do they even have fucking mosquitoes there?
No, only ants and bees probably. That song really did wonders for your career, eh?
That yeah. Well,
Was that your
Jaden,
first one?
was that my first song?
Got your first track out?
No. I did Masquerade first, and that's how Jaden found me
Yeah, right.
to put me onto Ozrap HQ. But the video does not exist anymore
Why?
because Jaden's the Ozrap page got hacked,
Yeah.
and like, hey,
By his ex-girlfriend?
yeah, and all those videos are gone. So now it only exists in Chaz's
On this one?
reaction.
I might have it.
Instagram
I
as
might
well.
have it at home.
Really?
Because I downloaded it to make that
Hey.
preview video like ages ago.
I might get it off you because Jaden might want
I'll
it.
have a look at my hard
Pretty
drive.
sure it's on your Instagram.
Not fully.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, just like
Like, look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad. This dude's. He gave you good props. So, and this is the first thing I seen you as well.
yeah. Someone.
video.
I don't know. I actually want you guys to tell me what it means to call someone a scrub because someone said the first girl looks like a scrub, and I'm like, isn't all I know of the word scrub is I don't want no scrub. Like,
Scrub is a
know.
guy. Get no love from me.
yeah, cool.
Oh, really? That's
You're gonna get no love from me then, cunt. Easy as.
What is a scrub? I don't know.
Urban Dictionary, that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like it's one of those words that I feel like might have a different meaning in different parts of the world. Or maybe I just look scrubby.
I always think of the TV show Scrubs.
Yeah, that was a good show.
But that's definitely not what they're talking about.
Look like a medical professional.
A
In
garment.
my Adidas, my H&M hoodie. Shit. Yeah, I love that Chazza decided to wear pink. It was really cute.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pink.
Honestly, I learn so much from watching Chaz's videos.
Yeah.
Like, there are just little things that he points out as a listener, from a listener's perspective, that I'm like, cool, that's what you want to hear, and I need to think of you. Other people can't articulate it the way that Chazza does.
Yeah.
But he's like communicating for the masses. This
Yep.
is what you need to put in to make this a listenable song.
Yeah.
Or this is what you need to stop doing because you're doing too much of it,
Yep,
etc.
yep.
Like, he's got a very good analytical mind for it.
Well, it's nice when artists do reactions like that understands like structure and like
Yeah.
like even how we were watching a second ago, like where he's kind of breaking down like your syllables and all
Yeah.
like how you're kind of approaching it. It's nice
Yeah.
when people have that side of it as well, and it's not just like fucking sick track.
Yeah.
Unless
Oh,
they got
that's
like a
cool, that's
real
cool.
like infectious personality, it's like those get kind of hard to watch sometimes. But yeah, he's kind of got that technical
Exactly.
knowledge as an artist as well.
Like, to be fair, I don't watch a lot of reaction videos because I just watch Chazza, so I can't really compare him to many, but
Yeah.
from the ones that I have seen, I'm like, no one compares to Chazza.
Yeah.
Man's a genius at what he does.
I find him weirdly fucking entertaining. Hey, like
He's
I don't know if
so
like if a
entertaining.
big song pops off, like when I first started getting onto it was when 1-4 dropped the message. When it was around that time, and like
Yeah.
and then all these reactors kind of started popping up, and
Yeah.
it was like a part of what built that hype so much was when like the UK. These big UK reactors started reacting to it as well,
Yeah.
because first Australian drill group and all that kind of stuff. So that just kind of like multiplied the views out.
Yeah.
Like some of those in the early days had like 40, 50,000 views. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure they're probably hundreds of thousands on
Yeah.
some of them now. But it also just opened up those reactors to more Australian artists as well, because they're
Absolutely,
like,
yeah.
well, what else is going on down there? So
That's the beauty of the world, man.
Yeah.
Like we were saying it before, I suggest an artist to you.
Yeah.
They'll suggest... Stop! They'll suggest an artist to you. Like, that's just... It's great. It's one of the benefits of technology as
Yeah.
well, that like kind of microcosm can be... Is that a word? Microcosm?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run with it because it sounds good. But like that is able to be so much broader and global because
Yeah.
of technology.
Well, the other beautiful thing that's happening at the moment, and we've spoken about this so many times, me and Hazy, just like there's a lot of, like you're saying, there's like a lot of people, like people are introducing each other to like artists and like little crews and like all this kind of stuff. But there's so much love these days that it's not like this is us, that's them.
Yeah, I think
like,
we're moving away from a cliquey field.
Well, everyone just understands too that like, one, it's way more fun just to have more friends and for it to be, you're excited to see someone. It's like, that's the best shit ever. Like no matter what you're doing, to have community. But also like, everyone rises. Like the more...
Exactly.
If this person's fan base and this person's fan base, and then they start fucking with each other, then
and then all of a sudden that person has a feature in another place, and then both of those you accumulate more people. Yeah, it's like bees. Is that bees? Bees, like, do they pick up other bee homies? I don't know.
I'll run with it.
There's it.
All right, cool. It's a thing now.
It's like bees.
It's like bees.
Rappers are like bees.
Yeah, I don't know. I was peer pressured into a second coffee.
I just start twitching.
Yeah, it's made me a little scattery. That's all right.
Fuck yeah. So what's happening at the moment? You got anything in particular that you're working on?
I'm working on a couple of singles right now because I've dropped 2 EPs, and I think it's...
Very recently.
Yeah, it's maybe a good idea just to put out a couple of Lone Rangers into the ether.
Yep.
One of them I'm really excited about. It's more like a one take. But Happy Camper.
Happy Camper.
Beat maker. Producer. Fucking does this thing.
Yeah.
You know, finger drumming. He made it for me.
Sick.
And yeah, it's good. It's good. It's like, it's boom bap, but with real dubstep sounds. Like it's real modern sounding.
Yeah, cool.
So I think that's another path that Esper kind of told me to go on. He's like, it's all right to do boom bap tracks, but they need to have the 808 in them. They need to have modern sounds, because if I'm going to listen to boom bap, I don't want to listen to beats that I can hear on like old school rappers' songs, because I'm just going to go there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I'm going to go back to Naughty by Nature and all that shit. I don't want to hear new people doing that. I want to hear new people that are up to date. Yeah. So it's not about losing your craft. It's about evolving it.
Yeah, for sure.
To be relevant.
Yeah. Yeah. And trying new things too. It was something Hammy spoke on a lot as well, because he comes from like a very traditional, like, one particular like type of music, like even just within boom bap, like a particular lane in that. Yeah. And it wasn't until he linked up with Smack and with all the No One boys, and they kind of started pushing him to like, it's like, yeah, you can keep doing that, but also try this. Yeah. And then he's like, oh fuck, I can. Yeah. And then that will also translate back to his boom bap traps as well. You know, it's.
I think that's the thing, like, as well, most of the stuff out and most of the beats that have been available to me have been down the boom bap vein, but I have, like, plenty of grime up my sleeve and stuff. So, like, I do write, I am versatile when I write. Like, I always want to try something different. Yeah. I've said that before, I get bored easy. So, like, yeah. It's cool. It's cool. You'll hear some grime soon.
Any, how far, so you've got the one take coming up. Do you have any plans to do like another project in the future, or are you kind of just happy?
Yeah, I'm working on a project with the Blue Notes, which is really cool because for the first time I'm able to sit in the studio with someone and help them write the beat. Cool. Like, I might not have the technical skills to put a beat together, but musically I can audiate it and be like, oh, I need it to sound like this. Yep. So being part of that part of the process is really cool. So that'll probably be early next year. Other than that, I got like just too many beats in my computer that I'm trying to just get out of the way and get stuff done, you know? That's the thing, like, things pop up at different times. So the album kind of thing is going to take a bit longer to get together, but in the meantime, I've still got plenty of shit to do. Yeah. And that's just how it goes.
How about anything outside of music? Are you still, like, acting and
doing that
kind
I just had a commercial rollover.
Oh, shit.
So that's pretty cool. Got paid again for that. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention it. I might get in trouble, but it's like a Pfizer quitting smoking commercial.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Your shout.
Yeah.
How's the quitting smoking going for you?
No comment.
Plead the fifth.
But like, yeah, just I've done. That's bad timing, wasn't it? Fuck. Yeah, you know, sometimes you get sent auditions and you just wake up and you do them.
Yeah.
I really do need a cough though. Casey gets a lot more auditions than I do. I have a mullet and like visible piercings and tattoos though. Like which kind of does prevent you from getting a few roles like that.
Roles, yeah.
But like, Casey got a message yesterday that she had an ad to do this morning.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. So we woke up extra early to film for her, and then so I could get here as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. I'll get another ad soon. It's a good...
What do you want to do? Like, what's your ideal role that you would like to do?
I'll just take anything, to be honest. I'd love to do like a comedy role.
Yeah, sick.
Like, I'm there's no part of me that thinks or wants to be a leading lady. But like, if I can be that weirdo at the bar, just like sitting there sketching out, like, I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
I'm really good at sitting there sketching out.
You're in the right place for that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be... Actually, I saw the Becky Lucas and Cameron James thing that was done here. How fucking cool.
So good, man. These guys, they've been doing so much. Like, I guess due to #COVID season, it's like there's, I don't know, everyone's getting a bit more creative and like
absolutely
kind of like independent almost in their
Yeah.
kind of content creation and everything. But yeah, that was sick, man.
Yeah.
I was stoked when I saw like the little mural in the background. I was like,
yeah, it was funny as. It was really
made
good.
the TV.
man, we're famous. I don't even know if it was on TV actually. But
Yeah, I don't know
take
either.
it.
I
It's
just
got
saw
the
it on
ABC logo.
Instagram. But
Take
it's they're good. They're two of Sydney's best.
Yeah. Do you go to a bit of comedy? Do you
Yeah,
like
I've been to
stand-up?
a bit. I've seen Cameron James. I went to his special. That was hilarious. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen his special, but I've seen him. I used to always go to Cafe Lounge up in Surrey Hills. They do like a Monday night.
Yeah.
Like 10 artists come through and $10 entry kind of thing.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
he's
saw.
awesome.
I
Is
saw
that what's
Adam
happening tonight? Is that him? Is he on tonight?
Here? I don't
Yeah.
know actually. There's a comedy night going on in Good Space
That's
tonight.
right.
Yeah, no idea. No,
I
don't know
gotta
who's
get home
organising
because they're actually expecting drinks at my house. So
it. Do not
do not.
let her,
That's
leave her
scary.
waiting.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I don't want to spoil the special for you, but I'm just going to tell you a topic he touches on.
Yeah.
You know those sticks you used to get as kids? Like, they got a little thing inside them, and you turn them, and it's like,
Yeah.
just like, man,
A whole bit on
brought, he brought on some nostalgia.
that. Yeah.
So definitely watch it.
Yeah, where are those things at?
Right?
Are they still around?
I feel like toys aren't as fucking cool as they used to be.
Fucking kids these days.
Fucking kids these days.
I'd love to get one of them. We should get one for the studio.
That'd be a cool like. Should put that in a track. That's a fucking pretty sick.
It's a really good sound to sample, but I would be careful having it in the studio.
Yeah.
Just because, you know,
Oh, it's
maybe
gotta
for
come out
certain people, lock it away.
Yeah.
Some people don't need to know that it exists. It's a privilege
It is.
to get the Wawa stick
Wow.
to be allowed to use it.
Yeah, who made that thing? Fuck, someone's sitting pretty off that. Probably on a yacht somewhere in the fucking
Right?
Mediterranean right now.
What fuck? That's all you need. Just one smart but also dumb idea
Yeah.
to take off, and you're happy for the rest of your life. Well, maybe not happy, but at least, you know, financially secure.
Yeah. Yeah. The peace.
Yeah, the pace. Out on the yacht.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, man. I think we're rounding on about an hour at this point.
Are we
Sure.
rounding on it?
Rounding on the hour.
Rounding on the hour.
So we've got a one take coming up soon. We might even have a little something that drops before that if we cook a little something up after this. We'll see what
Yeah.
Hazy's got on the computer. Might run some beats up. But yeah, anything in particular you want to inform the people of on our huge platform of 45 consistent YouTube views?
Just be a fucking sick cunt. Follow me on the socials. The socials?
The socials.
Follow
Yeah, what
me
is
on
the
the
best-
socials.
What is the best place for people to...
Instagram. I'm obsessed. But also the Facebook needs some numbers too. I don't want to be that numbers guy, but it's st.bedlam, not Bethlehem, Bedlam, no spaces. Find me. If you dig my music, let me know.
Send some animal attack videos.
Send
in
some
those
animal
DMs.
attack videos. If you can put my music over the top of the animal attack videos, I'll buy you a beer next time you're at the Gladdy.
Fuck yeah. That sounds like the next film clip. You should just get someone to edit. Yeah.
Maybe said too much. Oh, I know this song.
Much
Fuck
love,
yeah.
Bedlam.
Much love. Thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
Thank you, fellas. You know it's love always.
Anytime.
My homies.
Oh, song just.
Let's
died.
go get another 3 coffees.
Yeah. Why not?
I can't.
I'm
do
having
it.
heart palpitations.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I cannot.
You can
Oh,
hear
shit.
a little bit of her personality in some ways, you know. I get a very
Shout out,
confident
Shazza.
vibes from her here, and so far.
Oh, it's gone.
I told you.
That's crazy.
Feminine, Aussie, iconic, gonna bag the win.
It's interesting how she fills some of the gaps by extending the syllables. So
Good on
Do you smoke Winnies? Is that your...
I used to before the prices got hiked about 3 years ago.
What the fuck happened to cigarettes? I haven't smoked since I was like 18.
Yeah.
I was with someone the other day that bought one. It was like $45 for a 25 pack.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
JPS, 25 pack of JPS now is $34. $34 is where Winnies were at when I stopped smoking Winnies and went to JPS.
Fucking rich man's game.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That's a wrap.